Today is the day we're officially starting this project. Welcome to episode 1 of rebuilding my Subaru engine with zero experience. My biggest question at the moment, where do I even start? So I think that my goal for today is to start removing all the accessories, everything that is around the engine, just to free up the space in the engine bay so we can get the engine out. Thankfully, I found this video online by S Media. I talked about it in the last video, and he made an entire video about how to remove and disassemble a Subaru WX STI engine, EJ20s or EJ25s. So we're going to be watching that for the next hour. Okay, so apparently step 1 is removing the battery. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Already struggling with that stupid step. That's crazy. And the battery is out. Now that we have the battery out, our next step is to drain the fluid. So we're gonna get the car on jack stands and drain the oil. I have terrible experience with this shit. I always put it everywhere. So, okay, that's a good start. There you go. All right, let's not make a big mess. Of course. Oh my god, I knew it. What did I say? I knew it. Well, content for you guys. Look at what I did. So we're gonna have to clean that up. And the other side, I guess now. Great. At least I didn't lie to you when I said that you're gonna see everything, every mess up, everything that's gonna happen. But guys, here we are in the process. We're also gonna drain the coolant, which is this little white. Is that all? Hopefully there was more coolant than that in the car. So I'm gonna jack up the rear just to level the car and see if it helps the coolant go down. Okay, so the car is leveled again, but for some reason all the coolant is not coming down. Um, but I did check. I don't know if you can see here, but there is still a bit of coolant in there. So maybe it has to stay here. I'm not sure yet. So the car is on stands, and I'm gonna let the oil drain, the coolant drain. Apparently, there's no more. But we're gonna come back in a few minutes once this is all done and continue the process. The fitment is still looking decent, even though she's in the air. I bought this stupid tool that is supposed to help you remove your air filter, but even when I tighten it, it doesn't even fit on the car. So this is garbage. Okay, the oil filter is next, so brace yourself for another disaster. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh, okay. This is not bad at all. So next we need to remove the radiator. To do that, I need to remove this intake entry, and I'm going to remove that as well just to have a bit more space. So the goal is to remove everything that is in our way today. Also, I figured a little trick to get rid of all the coolant left is just to pump the radiator main hose, and the coolant is going to go right there. So there was way more coolant than what we expected. This part was broken, so that was easy. And now we can start removing the radiator hoses and connectors. Oh my god, this one's stuck. After a bit of a struggle and a bit of a mess, we got the radiator out. So in the video that I watched, it talked about the main hose that was here. It talked about the connectors left and right and the little these small hoses here. But it didn't talk about there was a secondary main hose or something like that connected here that was like accessible only from the bottom, and there was also two hoses that were pretty hard to access and with a kind of tricky. It was not just a clip. All right, now that we got the radiator out, next is the intake. So we're gonna start by removing these covers. I guess we have to remove this thingy. Okay, and I'm gonna remove the intake. Do I have to remove both of them? I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And now technically the intake is free, but the box, oh, there's a few bolts holding it here. Oh my god, this doesn't fit. Okay, not too bad. This is just like a big Lego after all. I'm a big Lego fan, so this kind of reminds me of disassembling a Lego, I guess. The fun part is gonna be reassembling stuff. Can't wait to have everything all cleaned up, new parts. I think it's gonna be kind of fun. The intake itself is kind of free now, but this box is holding it. So I'm just gonna remove that last bolt. There you go. Another piece out. We're gonna have to remove the intercooler next, but I'm just gonna remove this bar at the time. Oh, we need space. That's what we need. So I was about to accidentally remove the bolts that are holding the coilovers. I'm just putting them back so I don't have my suspension dropping on the floor. I don't want to add problems to what already exists. And this is out. Alright, so next is the intercooler. Oh no, that doesn't fit. I do have an extension. Perfect. Oh my god, so much easier. Oh my god, look what happened. So now I'm cooked. I am cooked. We're going the old school way. Hell yeah. I loosened these bolts, this guy over there, and next I'm gonna remove these lines. I think these hoses will 100% need to be replaced. They're like hard as hell and they cracked right there. On my intercooler I have this blow-off valve. The only connection is here. It's connected to this hose over there, and this hose goes all the way here, but I have no access to the collars here to loosen them. So I guess my only option is to remove it directly from the intercooler. So I disconnected the blow-off valve, so this thing should come right off. And we have the intercooler off. Another successful part removed. We're making some progress here. Engine bay is starting to look pretty empty. There's a lot of space. We're starting to see the actual motor being freed up from everything around. So yeah, pretty happy so far. And just so you guys know, I'm planning to order some boxes that I'm gonna label to put all the hardware in. But so far, I'm keeping it the old-fashioned way in Ziplocs with labels. So every part that I remove has a label, so I don't lose track of whatever hardware goes where. All right, that wraps up episode 1. We made some good progress today. I had no clue what I was doing, but thanks again to S Media, super helpful, step by step details, what to remove, where to look. Thumbs up to this guy. Make sure you guys, if you have any work, go follow him, watch his videos. He's literally helping me doing this. So thanks a lot. I'm pretty happy overall with the process. We didn't hit any major problems. We had a bit of a mess with the oil, sure, that happens. But the rest went pretty smoothly, honestly. I had some bolts that were tight, but with a bit of strength and force, it just comes off pretty well. So honestly, I'm pretty surprised. So far, this is going too well. I know we didn't get into the hard part of the work yet, but like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, so it just feels good to see the process going smoothly. The question that I have for you guys is, I removed a bunch of hoses, so I have like the radiator, the intercooler. There's some like holes, you know, some that are not blocked anymore, like anything can get in, dust or whatever. So I was wondering, is there anything I should do? Should I plug them with something? I don't know, with paper towel or whatever, like just to make sure nothing gets in, or is it just fine to leave it open in the air like that? Just let me know. We're gonna continue this next episode, so make sure, again, you guys like, follow, subscribe, whatever you feel like, and see you guys next time.